I have the women say, how do I meet new people?
I think you just have to find what brings you joy. I can tell you right now, there is some masterclass, there's some women's group, there is something out there for everyone. On your hand, 5, that is the max amount of friends that you can be true, deep, good friends with.
You have those very like-minded friends who maybe are just 5 people that are your, if I say it, your ride and die.
Yeah, they're your core.
They're your core.
Yeah.
And I think the older we get, we realize who our phone call people are.
Oh, definitely. When times get tough, that's when
right.
you know.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to be around for the good stuff. Or I always say, someone says, I'll tell you who your true friends are, start a business.
See, I find that fascinating. But
So
you're
do
right.
I.
Yeah.
So do I. It's so interesting to me. Just opens up your eyes to like a whole nother world.
Welcome to 50 and Fearless, the podcast where bold women gather, grow, and go after more. I'm your host, Kylie Jones, and this is your time. I am so excited to have you here today and really excited to tell you that today I have a guest. And that guest is a very, very dear friend of mine, Tara. Now, the reason I wanted to bring Tara on is because I want to share our journey with you. I have a lot of people contacting me saying that they've outgrown friendship circles, they feel a little bit lost at the moment, don't know where to meet new friends. It can be really tough. I want to say to you that just because you went to school with someone, went to university, had babies together, got married at the same time, doesn't mean that you can't move into a new era and start new friendships. And Tara and I have quite a unique story, and that's why I wanted to share it with you all. It's only been 18 months. We've already shared so much together, and I want women to know that whatever part of life, including friendships, you are just getting started. And there are so many amazing women out there who want to connect and who can bring so much to your world, wherever you are at that stage. So let's dive in and let's share Tara and my story. So now I would love you to meet my fabulous friend, Tara. Welcome to 50 and Fearless, the podcast.
Thanks for having me today.
It is great that you're here as my first guest. And the reason I want you here is because I think we have a really special story that my audience can relate to, and that's about creating friendships in a later age. And I think there's a few unique things about our friendship and how it came about. So maybe I'd love to hear your side of how we first met and what we're up to.
Great idea. Okay, so Kylie and I first met just under 2 years ago, actually. It feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, it does.
At a business retreat in Byron Bay. So we were both there, obviously like-minded for our businesses and entrepreneurship. And I think it was over a cup of tea on the first night.
There was no champagne allowed at this.
No, we missed the champagne bit, but
the cup of tea was great.
And then I can't even pinpoint it, to be honest. I left the retreat thinking I'd known you for years. And then the friendship kind of was just like, it just flowed. It wasn't like a new friend. It was just like, yeah, we've known each other. Yeah, easy.
And I remember a few girls on the retreat saying, have you two met before?
That's right. I actually forgot about that. Did you guys come together?
We came together.
It felt like we'd known each other for so long.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I think the interesting thing for everyone is we were doing something for ourselves. We were doing something that excited us, that lit us up, that brought us joy.
Yeah.
I was in a transition as far as I didn't know what I wanted to do with work anymore.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to start a business. So this seemed like a first step for me. And where were you at with your business?
I think I too was also quite transition stage for me. I had, let me just think, 2 years ago. So I was about a year into my fashion boutique, which I started. So I had started a pre-loved fashion boutique. Not just about selling clothes, though. My real mission deep down was to meet as many women as I can and help them feel great about themselves, obviously through the clothes that they were wearing. That was my little bracket. So I think I was also in a stage where I was like, am I getting a bigger store? Am I going more online? Am I still selling? Can I inspire women in another way? And yeah, I think when you're in that transition stage, it's something like a retreat where you can step away from your day-to-day is really where the big ideas come.
Yeah, and I think that was the interesting thing. We're both at crossroads, and both went there looking for something as far as business-wise and came away with so much more.
Totally. I definitely didn't go there, I mean, sounding funny, to find a friend.
To find a friend, yeah.
Yeah, I had that box ticked.
Yes.
Friends sorted.
And I think that's a really important point, that we get to an age where we think we have our friends sorted, and probably a lot of us think we don't have space to bring in new friends.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think the interesting thing with you and I is that we discovered there was a 10-year age gap. So 10-year gap between us.
Yep.
But it didn't feel like that when we met, because we met through something that was like-minded.
Yeah, common goal.
Yeah, the common goal of a business together. And we wanted to create a business to empower women in some way, shape or form.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that was the really strong connection to start.
Yeah, it just felt not natural.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key, is like when friendships seem hard, or it's not there.
Yes.
When it just flows easily, that's a true friendship.
That's
when you guys are both on the same goals and there's no jealousy and you want the best for each other, and that just seemed really easy.
Yeah, and I think that's a really interesting point. When we met, we were at a junction from a business point of view, but from a personal viewpoint in our private lives, we're at a very different place.
Yeah.
So I was a single mum of a teenage boy, and not long after that, I lost my mum, which did a whole nother story around that. But you were the mum of 3 little boys.
Yeah, I mean, looking back, I had a 2, 3, and 4-year-olds.
Yeah. So our common ground was very much, we both wanted to start a business, empowering women in some way. And from that, I feel the friendship grew.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And we were able to help each other. Like Kylie and I now catch up 2, 3, 4 times a week, depending on what we've got on. And it might just be a quick coffee chat, or it might be a longer brainstorming session. But we really bounce ideas off each other, which I think not only do we have a nice friendship, but also we have, like, we can put our business hat on for a little while and really give each other honest feedback of, that's an amazing idea. Can I honestly say, I don't love this? And there's no, like, we just take it on board because we do trust each other.
We trust each other so much. And I think that's then the next point, is that first of all, we found something that was common ground. Secondly, then you were living in Sydney. I left Brisbane and moved back to Sydney. And then Tara had mentioned to me that she lived in Sydney, and if I was ever in Sydney, let's definitely catch up.
Yeah.
I moved back. And chances would have it that Tara, when I moved into my new place, Tara lived around the corner and her shop was up the road.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, around the corner. I could...
Like, walk here.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
So I also think there's a lot to say of friendships, that it's location as well at a certain time. And I think,
it does make it easier.
Yeah, and that's enabled us then to catch up quite a few times a week.
Yeah, definitely. And get to know each other more. I mean... Because you can have friends for, 42 years, but I feel like I probably know more about you than I do of some of my friends of 42 years.
Yes.
And it's funny when people say this about when you have a relationship, later in life, regardless of what kind of relationship, you kind of get rid of all the junk.
Yeah.
That doesn't really matter, that you think matters in your 20s and 30s.
Agree.
And the superficial stuff, and you kind of just get real straight away.
Yes.
You don't need to waste time with it all.
I think the important thing for that as well, and you and I have talked a lot about this, because we are at such different stages of life, and you are very much in the mum space, 3 little boys.
Well, we're out of Huggies now. That just happened yesterday.
I don't have to hear about the poor you with the wet beds on a constant, you poor thing. Tara and I will laugh about that. How was your night? I had teenage drama. She had, wet bed drama up in the middle of the night, like completely different stages. But I think the power in that also is because we're at such different stages.
It works.
It works, and there's no competition.
Yeah. It's key to a friendship.
Yeah, I think it really is. And I think sadly there's a lot of women out there at different stages that do see it as competition. And I think especially in that mum stage. Yeah. In that early, like, small children.
It's a tough stage, I think.
It's tough.
Yeah. And we were talking about this the other day. In my 40s, and my oldest is only in year 1 or first grade. And there is a lot of competition amongst the mums. And
school mums, whole nother world.
It is. And it's not so much like, potentially said, it's like the underlying. But I think it's just, there's so much jealousy out there, and there's not enough women building each other up. It's more about like, well, I did it better than her, opposed to we both did a great job.
Yes.
And that's what it should be about. So there is a lot of that in your 20s, 30s, 40s. And I think you said it really well the other day when sort of you hit your 50s, you just go, I don't care anymore.
That's right.
And not in a negative space, but just like the minute you let go of that, of other people's opinions, really powerful things happen.
As I love to say, you're in your no fucks era.
Yeah, I think I entered my no fucks era a little bit early though.
Yeah, I think you definitely have, in a great way, in a very good way, because I think you let, 100%, you let everyone's opinions go as you step into your 50s. And look, I have a following from 35 to 75.
Yeah, definitely, I can see that.
And there's women in their 40s that comment a lot to me, like you just said, I've already stepped into my no fucks era.
Yeah, because what's the point?
That's right.
What is... All you do is you worry so much about what other people think. It drags you down. You're tired over it. You spend your whole life trying to be someone that you're not. Just be yourself. Get rid of the opinions. Do the best job you can and be kind to each other.
And I think that's an important message then for the women in their 40s listening is the sooner you can step into your no fucks era, the better.
Yeah, it's a game changer.
Yeah, because I think we spend way too much time, to your point, worrying about what everyone's saying about us, thinking about us. Do we have a big enough house? Do we have the right car? Do we have the right outfit?
Oh, definitely.
And I think we get really caught up in that in our 20s, 30s and 40s.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I even have women that come into the shop and they'll try on an outfit and they'll say, oh my God, I love this, but I've got nowhere to wear it. And I said, wear it to the supermarket. Get coffee tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh no, I couldn't. Everyone would look at me. Don't worry about them.
Yeah.
They're going to be looking at you saying, you look amazing. Don't worry about them. If you feel good in it, wear it.
Wear it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great, Tara is great at, you do such an amazing job at lifting women up. And they would come into your store, and I've sat at the shop many, many times with a cup of coffee, and these women leave lit up so amazingly because you've said you look great in that. You're rocking that where they come in feeling not great about themselves.
Yeah.
So...
But I truly mean it.
Oh, you do, 100%. You'll tell them.
But I will say if they don't look great, because that's on me too. I don't want someone walking out going, they don't look right. And I've just gone, oh yeah, just get it.
Yeah, 100%.
No, we want them feeling amazing because, you know, great things happen when they do.
So I love that message you talk a lot about is we don't lift women up enough. And a great example, the other day, you and I are having a coffee on the street and a lady was walking towards us. And I would have said she's mid to late 50s. Yeah. And she looked fantastic.
Yeah, I remember.
And I thought she looked amazing. You straight away stopped her and said, can I just say you look amazing? And the shift in her energy and her body.
Yeah, straight away. Shoulders back. She walked with a strut after.
Beautiful.
And, you know, I have to say, I think I learned that from my mom. And she's always said, if you see something, call it out, good or bad.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think we all don't do it enough. So I try every single day. You know, I don't go searching for it. But like if someone looks great, I'm going to tell them supermarket line, coffee shop, wherever I'm at, school pickup. And it is funny. Sometimes you like tell someone something and then they're kind of like, well, what does she want? Nothing.
Right. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, nothing.
Isn't that sad as us as women?
We have to like excuse it.
That's
like,
right.
It's just, you look great. That's it. Bye. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I love your stories as well. And I've, again, seen it myself in the shop. When you do compliment someone, these women automatically go to, oh, this whole thing. Oh, I've got this on special. And they, instead of embracing it going, thank you, they put themselves down.
Yeah, well, you taught me that.
Yeah.
I remember one of the first days you walked into the shop, someone said, you know, that looks great or something. And I remember saying like, oh, this old thing, or I got it on sale, or straight away it went into excuses.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough for the compliment, so I'm going to tell you all the excuses of why it was cheap or this or that. Thank you. Now I do it. Now I say it. Like if someone, you know, says something, I said, thank you. So I have you to thank for that.
Thank you. But I think it's so powerful that women,
we do.
First of all, really compliment women out there. If you, like you do, if you see a woman that looks amazing, say to her, you look amazing today, and watch how she changes. And then if you get that compliment, say thank you.
Yeah, it's a real game changer.
Yeah, and take that compliment on and be really proud of yourself instead of putting yourself down. And I think as women, we put ourselves down way too much.
Yeah, we need to shift that mindset.
Yeah, I'm too this, I'm not this. I'm like, there's too much of that goes on.
Yeah, don't worry about everyone else, which is easy to say than
totally
done, but.
And do you see the great thing about Tara and my friendship is that 10-year gap, and I think we share so much about that together. And Tara has taught me so much. And I will say from a
Vice
social
versa.
media point of view, I am really bad on it.
Kylie learned about filters yesterday.
Yeah, filters. I didn't know about filters. So everything you've seen up to this point has not been filtered. Now everything, I'm going to look amazing. I'm going to look so amazing. I'm going to be filtered. Because it's such a normal space for you.
Yeah.
And a lot of women that contact me that are trying to start businesses, they're in the same space. Social media can be quite daunting.
Yeah.
Where for your generation, you've kind of grown up with it. And then I love talking to you about the kids, or maybe you'll share your thoughts on that.
No, I was going to say, but then, you have such another 10 years of business experience and corporate experience where, I might have an idea or I need help in something in my business, and you'll just like branding, like bang, rattle it off. And I'm just like, whoa, okay, perfect. Like, so it's give and take, and I think that's why we do sit down with so many great ideas, is because like we both come from a 10-year gap in different angles, but that brings a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, 100%.
Different areas.
And I think that's the amazing thing, that we look at our friendship. It is a 10-year gap, but we come at it from such different ways, and we learn so much for each other.
Yeah.
And I think as women, we go out and think, oh, I'm A, too old to find new friends, and B, but we go into our circle of friends and our age, where I think there's so much more we can get from having, different generations. We are different generations, and what we bring to each other.
Yeah, that's true.
As mums, as businesswomen, I was going to say as wives, but I've never done that. But Tara, amazing wife. I get so much out of our friendship in that 10-year difference.
Yes,
and like I touched on the social media, but even I love catching up with your boys. They're energetic, they're fun, and it takes me back to being a mum of young boys, and I get a lot out of that as well. What do you find having an older friend, what you get out of that friendship?
No, I think, and just going back to the boys really quickly, even the other day I was walking along to the beach and I had the 3 little boys with me, and we ran into your 16-year-old Jet, and my 6-year-old, who's my oldest, instantly went over and they started talking sport, and I was watching, and I remember like tapping you and saying, look at this.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is the next generation that are now going to have a relationship, and they're 10 years apart.
Yeah, of course.
But now I see my sons looking up to your son and being like, that's like a big brother. And then I can see the future of like, they're going to ask him for advice, and he's going to help them play sport and all that stuff. So I think it's like the bigger picture and ongoing.
Because they were so cute together. They went and got footballs, and they pumped up the footy, and then they went and kicked it together.
Yeah, it was nice.
And it was like, yeah, you're right. It was the next generation, and that 10-year gap was still beautiful to see, and the difference that they were getting out of each other.
Yeah. I think what's really interesting about our friendship, though, too, is with the 10 years, is you mentioned it before, there's zero competition.
Yes.
And there's no jealousy whatsoever. It's just, I genuinely want you to do whatever you want your goals to achieve in life, and I want you to get them. And, if one of us signed an incredible business deal or whatever, I know you would be the first person on the phone popping the champagne and cheersing over that, and vice versa. And I think with friendships at a similar age, with kids at the similar age, and it can get really competitive.
Yeah, because you're all on the same path, or you're at the exact same stage in life.
Yeah.
So you're all trying to compete.
Yeah, like one up each other.
Yeah.
It definitely happens. It's like, so-and-so just bought the house and their kids are doing this. And I think for you and I, because your son's already done this, my kids haven't done it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And because that's already taken out of the agenda for us, it's like easy.
Such a good point. It's such a good point.
It's just been removed for us.
Yeah, we don't have any of that.
No.
We don't have any, I bought the house, I bought this. Or
not at all.
My son's getting these grades, and what's your son getting? Because we're at just such different stages.
It's not at all. Like, what subjects did your son? Well, my kid's learning to read and write. So it's like, it doesn't even matter.
I think that's a good point as well. Friendships, why as women do we get to that competitive space? And how do we remove it a lot more? Because we shouldn't be competing with each other.
I know, that's a big one.
We should be supporting each other. And you know how much I am so passionate about women empowering each other, backing each other and supporting each other.
Yeah, how do we get rid of it?
How do we get rid of it? Yeah.
I think, honestly, it comes down to individuals. But at the core of it, I think it's really simple. We just need to be kind to each other.
Yes, 100%.
And honestly, if you say that to yourself every day about every, decision or comment that you're making. And you see it even in this new Instagram world and social media, people can be nasty.
Yes.
And it's like, what is taking that person behind a computer or phone to write that about another woman?
Yes.
So if that, looking back, says, if you ask yourself, am I being kind right now with my comment, my action, whatever? And the answer is no, it needs to stop in whatever you're doing.
It's so true. I think this whole social media space, and I have had it. I don't get a lot of it at all on 50 and Fearless.
Which is amazing.
It's awesome. But I have had it a few times, and you do go, but you don't even know me.
Yeah, you get very like...
Yeah. So how can you be making such a comment about me when you don't know me? So I think to your point, as women, we just need to be kind to each other.
Yeah, it's so simple.
And support each other. And have each other's backs. Yeah. And when a woman achieves something, celebrate it.
Yeah.
Really absolutely. Celebrate it. And I think that's a beautiful thing about our friendship. When either of us have achieved something, we celebrate it.
Yeah, you got to be each other's biggest cheerleaders. Yeah.
I remember I hit my 500,000 followers and you rocked up with this magnum of champagne, so damn excited for me. And it was so genuine.
Yeah.
And that's what it should be. And I do think you're onto something there about the generation is the gap between us it stops a lot of that.
It's been completely removed by the age difference, which is so interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I go looking for older friends, younger friends? Like it happens naturally, but it just completely gets rid of the jealousy.
Gets rid of it. So I think that's an interesting thing, because the reason I wanted to have this chat with Tara is I have so many women reaching out to me, and it did start a lot when I had my second podcast, I think it was, when I talked about that we do outgrow friendships.
Yeah.
And it's okay to walk away from those friendships. And as hard as it is, and it feels like a heartbreaking breakup.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, but you've been through it.
Yeah.
And that is one of the things you and I have shared a lot, and we've spoken a lot about. Walking away from that friendship is tough. But also it opens yourself up to so many new friends and different. But I have the women say, how do I meet new people?
Yeah.
What would be your top sort of idea for that?
I think and I think as you get older, it's harder to put yourself out there.
Yes,
definitely. Because it's like, I'm too old, I'm not good at this. It's fear of what other people are going to think. When you're younger, you tend to just throw yourself in, it doesn't matter. So as you do get older, it does get harder. So I can see how a lot of women have come to you in that space and asked you how. I think you just have to find what brings you joy.
Yes.
And if that means, sports, swimming, crocheting, what journal writing, whatever it is, I can tell you right now, there is some masterclass, there's some women's group, there is something out there for everyone.
Yeah.
Might take a little bit of research on Google.
But like-minded people. So the people doing what brings you joy have the same passion.
Definitely.
So you're going to be there's your first step. You are going to be like-minded.
Yeah. And you might not be completely compatible in everything, but if you have a common interest, I think within that space, within that room, maybe not on the first go, give it some time, you will find, I always say, you find your tribe.
Yeah, 100%.
And when you find your tribe, embrace them, keep them close, and it's amazing when it happens.
It's funny, I've got a very dear friend, and I spoke about her a little while ago going through a divorce on the podcast, and she called me this week and said, I am putting myself so out there, but I am going on a week retreat by myself.
Amazing.
And I said, I am so excited for you. And I said to her, that's how I met Tara.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I have to say, honestly, I felt like I was putting myself out there going on the retreat, on my own, and you on your own. So good things come out of it.
That's right. That's what I said, because you're putting yourself in a space that you've never been before.
Yeah.
You are putting yourself with like-minded people because they are all trying to feel better about themselves, find themselves again. So everyone's on the same page, and you just don't know what's going to come of that.
Yeah, which is exciting kind of. I mean, even the other day we went to an event, well, I say the other day, a couple months ago, and it was just a local event for women. It was at the local pub, and I remember we went in, we didn't know anyone else.
Yeah.
It was a room full of women. It was, I'm going to say it was electric the minute we walked in there. Everyone was...
energy.
There was good energy.
Because it was women all coming together for the same thing.
Yeah.
So the energy was high.
Yeah, definitely. And we had people coming up to us I'm going to say again, because we do get this often, and being like, oh, are you guys, part of the event? Do you mind if I sit here with you? Because I think when you're just there for the right reasons, like, good things come out of it, and like, energy is contagious.
Yes, absolutely.
So when you put out good energy, I feel like you're going to get it back.
Yeah, and you put yourself into that space where there's a lot of women. They were all there for the one purpose.
Yeah.
And they were all there to share experiences. And you're right, that energy that was coming out of that room, I mean,
It was great.
It was amazing.
And there was women from all walks of life,
all age groups,
all different ages. And I remember sitting there with you, and I thought, look around the room. There's a widespread, group of women here, all ages, all different professions, and it's amazing.
I think the really important thing with that as well is, I think, and I've spoken a lot, we stay in friendships that probably aren't supporting us and energizing us sometimes the way we want.
Yeah.
And then when you go to spaces like that and you feel that energy of women that are on the same page as you, looking for the same thing, wanting the same outcome, then you attract this like people, and that's when you find, as you say, your tribe.
And it also makes you, when you do go to events like that and spaces like that, it also makes you not question, but then sit in the space of saying, hang on a minute, these 3 or 4 people that I thought were my really close, tribe.
Yeah.
I hate the cliche, but filling my cup. I'm leaving those, times we catch up really drained.
Yes.
So is it a one-way street with our friendship? Are we, because friendship is hard work.
It's hard work. You need to put time into that friendship. So if you're putting it in, you want to not get something back for it, but you want your cup filled as well.
Yeah. I remember saying to a friend years ago overseas, I'd moved overseas after uni, and I don't know, I just remember saying to him, I've got so many friends. I don't need any more. Like, our friends are, easy and blah, blah, blah. And he looked at me, and he's one of my best friends now. He was the MC at our wedding. And he said, Tara, there is no possible way that you can maintain that many friendships on the same level.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, what do you mean by that? And he said, I'm telling you right now, on your hand, 5, that is the max amount of friends that you can be true, deep, good friends with, because you just don't have the time. And I was like, really left there going, whoa.
But it's so true. And I think the older you get as well, and for the women listening, I think this is really important. A lot of them say, I'm losing friends at the moment. And I know that's tough. And there's many different reasons. A lot of them say they've gone through divorce, they lose friendships, outgrown. There's many different reasons. But I think what you find now as you do get older, you have those very like-minded friends who maybe are just 5 people that are your, if I say it, your ride and die.
Yeah, they're your core.
They're your core.
Yeah.
They're the ones, I know there's that great scene in The Hangover where he says there's I've done something, where do I need to be?
Yeah.
What do I need?
They're your phone call.
They're your phone call. That's right. And I think the older we get, we realize who our phone call people are.
Oh, definitely. When times get tough, that's when
right.
you know.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to be around for the good stuff. Or I always say, someone says, I'll tell you who your true friends are, start a business.
Yes.
Which is really funny. And I've learned this a few times
this.
because I've had a few businesses, and I've learned this a few times, as have you. You start a business, and it's funny, people like celebrity things on social media or whatnot, and they're scrolling through. But get your friends to like your things, that's a whole nother story.
See, I find that fascinating. But
so do I.
Yeah.
So do I. It's so interesting to me. I just think that honestly, it blows my mind. I just think it just opens up your eyes to a whole nother world.
And again, I come back to, we've got to support each other. Support each other. We've all got different dreams.
Yeah.
And if I look at my tribe, my really core girlfriends, we are so different, and we've all got very different dreams. But I think that's what makes it so beautiful in how you support each other. And I think female friendships, when there is that very powerful friendship, it is so damn unique to any male friendship.
It's so different.
Do have to nurture it. We do
so different.
Have to be there for each other in so many different ways.
Yeah.
How do you think they're so different? Because I find the male-female friendships.
Oh, it's so different. So yeah, I'm married. I have a husband. We've been married for 8 years. We've been together forever. Female friendships, there's no explaining. It's just they just get you. So it's just you don't need to lead up. You know, like I can sit down with you at coffee and I'll be 5 minutes late. I'm always late. And I'll sit down and I'll just go straight into the story like you know it. Yeah. And you'll just catch on. Whereas like, you know, I'll sit down with my husband. He's like, whoa, what are you talking about? And
update me, give me the details. I want the details.
He's like, you've started midway. Like, and I'm like, yeah, don't just catch on. Or just like, I think because we're so multifaceted as females, I mean, as are males, but we can ping off each other and we just get it. And we've got so much empathy and we understand, particularly as being mums and
I think as we juggle, we do. There's a lot, not saying men don't juggle, but I think there's so many things going on in our minds at once that you can pick up each other's ideas, sentences. You get it.
Definitely.
There's not a lot of chat that needs to be had around it.
Yeah, you talk about in one of your podcasts, you know, we wear so many hats. And I think that's right. And I think that's why we get it. You know, I don't even need to text you and say I'm 5 minutes late because you'll just know I'm, you know, the school drop-off wasn't so perfect or, you know, I need to put another load of laundry on and that sort of thing. It's just like the unspoken word.
Yeah. There's an incredible power in female friendships. And that's why I think when we get to a certain age, it's so important that you've got those women there that have your back.
Yeah.
That can say you look amazing today and then you take it as thank you and you feel great about yourself and that they do empower you and lift you up.
Yeah.
So what powerful message would you love women to take away from this about friendships? I don't want to say a later age because you're not in the same era, but just friendships as you get older and finding new friends.
Yeah, I think friendship as you get older changes, as we touched on before. And I think the most powerful thing to remember is it's okay. Change is okay. It's scary.
Yeah, it's scary, but you have to embrace it as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I was reading something the other day and it said some of the most powerful and strong women have a very small circle. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, you know, because you see people and you think, oh, God, they've got so many friends. But actually, the ones that are really okay with themselves and really safe in the space and confident and not too worried about everyone else and not in a cocky way, but just feel good in their own skin.
Yeah.
You don't need a million people to tell you that every day, you know?
So true.
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing I would say is find your tribe. Change it if you need to.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone's got someone out there. You might just not have found your right people yet. And don't be scared of change. Change can be a good thing. I definitely have shifted over the last few years with business and friendships and all sorts. And I just think as long as when you come back to your core and it's got good intentions, good integrity and kindness, it's all going to work out.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think that's so, so true. And to your point, don't get scared of letting things go that don't fill your cup anymore.
Yeah.
And also don't get scared about putting yourself into situations you would never normally go to, like the retreat.
Yeah.
The retreat was scary. I remember showing up on that first day going,
I definitely was.
Anyone here?
Yeah, I remember being in the car because I flew into one airport and then drove to another area. And I remember ringing my sister-in-law and thinking, I remember saying to her, I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be nervous.
It's okay because I remember thinking, I'm a 50-year-old woman. I have never put myself out like in a space like this.
Yeah.
This is quite scary for me.
Definitely. Well, actually, I remember the intros. I think you arrived late and missed the intros.
I'm always late.
Usually I'm late, but I was on time. And I remember thinking, oh, no, they're not going to ask us all to stand up and say our name. Oh, they're not going to ask us what we do. And like, sure enough, of course they did because that's why we were there to learn from each other and, you know. And I remember getting the sweaty palms and thinking like, oh God, what are they going to think of me? Am I going to come across well? Am I going to speak well?
Because we're worried about being judged. And that was a circle of incredible women.
Yes.
Where we felt very safe at the end. But at first when you step into that, we didn't feel that safe.
Yeah, because I think it comes down to women shoot each other down very quickly.
Yeah.
So like once you come back on that and you realize actually you just need to be kind to each other.
Yeah, 100%.
But it is scary. Like, what if they think that of me?
Yeah, because I came in late and then I walked in and everyone's like, so tell us about yourself.
Yes.
And it was like, wow, okay.
Yes, I totally remember now.
So I was terrified to start. Now I really am scared.
Yeah.
But once I got over that and then we started talking, we both put ourselves into situations that were not normal for us.
Yeah,
And they were
different.
a very energetic group of women.
Yeah, they were.
Very outspoken in a great way. So I think you and I, first of all, were trying to find
our groove.
Our groove and where we were meant to be.
Yeah.
And I think that what kind of brought us together as well. I think that's the important thing, that when you do feel uncomfortable, sometimes you're stepping into your greatest strength and power.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
Just didn't realize that's what you're going into.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So I would say to women out there, you've got to put yourself out there. You've got to put yourself into situations that feel uncomfortable at first.
Yeah.
If you really want to move into a different space in so many ways: business, relationships, friendships, career, all of that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
I think that's key. Exactly what you said. If you want to. So I think that's the biggest thing, is you've got to be ready.
Totally.
Because you can go to every different space in the world, but if you're not ready, or if you're going through something and you haven't worked through that, you're not going to find anyone like-minded. Like, you've got to be ready and with open arms to put yourself out there.
To put yourself out there.
Yeah.
And also once you put yourself out there, be open.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who you're going to meet. And this comes down to, we could talk about the same topic on relationships.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, I put myself out somewhere which I didn't feel comfortable with, and then got myself back in the dating scene. That's a whole nother podcast, and Tara will give you the background of that.
Oh, I'll probably be back for that podcast too, with the, the bloopers, the insiders. But also we go to a lot of events together,
Yes.
Business events and, other events. And we meet incredible women, whether it's dancing to Tina Turner on the dance floor, or it's having, round table chats or business lunches or whatnot. And I think, you just got to keep doing it.
Find what lights you up.
Yeah.
Find what brings you joy. For us, our connection definitely at first was business, empowering women. And that has taken us down very different path, same path, but different ideas as our friendship has grown. But that's what I say to women: go to those events.
Yeah, they're great.
And just see who you meet.
Yeah.
And I think be very open to those people.
Yeah, we were just talking yesterday, like, there is an incredible amount of women events at the moment.
Yeah.
All around the world.
All around the world.
Doing, dancing, silent discos, business networking, whatever it is. So just get online, do a little search. Pick 3 things that you think, I'd want to learn more about that, or I'm really good at this, or, and just figure that out.
Just figure it out.
Yeah.
We absolutely need to do a 50 and Fearless event, or an online event.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's about bringing women together.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Sharing stories with each other.
Which I think women particularly, they just want the space to be able to tell their story.
That's right.
Or chat about something, or because a lot of women don't get the opportunity to do that.
Yes.
Whether it's at home or work, or they're too busy or whatever. So creating a space that they can do that is incredible.
Yeah. And I think it's that supporting each other as well.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. And you find those people also that are going to be your biggest cheerleader.
Yeah.
Tara is incredible. You are such a cheerleader of everything I do. And every step I've taken over 50 and Fearless has you been cheering me along. So thank you. We've spoken a lot today about our generational difference.
Yeah.
And our audience definitely is very broad. But I'd love to know, when you step into your amazing 50 and Fearless era, what do you think you're going to be doing?
Oh, gosh, that's a good one. Okay. Well, can I first start off by saying I think I've entered my no fucks era?
You have definitely entered your no fucks
a little
era,
bit early.
And I think that's why we bond.
I mean, I am there. I've got the hat. I'm ready.
Tara wears the hat everywhere. I love it.
But also, this could be a little bit controversial, but I'm excited about getting older, because I think as you get older, which, you're the biggest advocate for, you worry less about what other people think.
Yeah.
You know who you are. You know what's important to you. You know where you want to go. And as you get older, it gets like a little bit more exciting. Even, I have to say, in my 40s, even the last 2 years.
I was about to say, I have seen a change in you just in 2 years.
Yeah.
I can feel you stepping into that confidence, definitely the no fucks, and not worrying about what people think, and going, this is my journey, this is my path. And I've seen that in the last 2 years,
and
definitely.
I think too, as a mother, I definitely will say, as having little kids, you lose yourself a little bit.
Yes.
You're so focused on making sure you do a good job and, juggling everything that the person that you were prior to kids gets a little bit lost, and, for me, I'm in the fashion space and styling, and even that though, like I remember, waking up one day, I'm like, what am I wearing?
Yeah.
It takes like 2 minutes to get dressed. I could have done the school run in tracksuit pants, but instead, put a pair of jeans and a nice top on. It takes 2 seconds, but you instantly shift. You shift your mindset of, what you're doing for the day and everything. So
I talk about layers.
Yeah.
And I talk about, or hats. I use both terminology. And I think as we step into our 50s and the responsibilities that you are currently sitting with, the hats come off.
Yeah.
And you go back to that girl and you go back to what excited her and brought her joy. And then you start doing more of that. I think because you just described all the parenting and all that sort of stuff. And I think that is the beauty of stepping into your 50s. It's now back to you again.
Yeah,
and
which is exciting.
It's exciting. What do you want, and what lights you up instead of all the different hats that you've had to wear over the last few eras, really?
Yeah, that's true. So to go back, where do I see myself when I hit 50? Well, I'm already at my no fucks era.
Great.
So I feel like I'm going to be a pro by the time I get to 50. But honestly, I think I've recently shifted. So I've owned a pre-loved fashion store. And from that, in the last 3-year journey, I've realized, and a friend of mine said it to me the other day, she said, this is just a space in terms of you've got more to give. And I was like, oh, what do you mean by that? And she said, you are the ultimate connector.
Yes,
you're really good, because someone will come into the shop and they'll say, oh, I need help with X. And you're like, oh, I know the person. Let me connect you or whatever. And I think that's what I've realized on this journey so far, is that I'm really excited about helping more people.
Yes.
And for me, it's the power that I can give to women in feeling good about themselves in their clothes, and then how that power leads into their life. I want to now be able to do that on a bigger scale. So where do I see myself? I want to help as many women as I can.
Amazing.
In their 40s, 50s, 30s, 60s, whatever that brings on the journey, I'm here for it.
Making them feel great about themselves.
Yeah.
Empowering them, their confidence.
There's nothing better.
Yeah. And stepping into, I'll say it one more time, your no fucks era.
I'm here.
Feeling great for it.
I am here for it.
I love it. Okay. So what I thought it would be great to wrap up as my first guest, and I will continue this as we have guests come on, I'm going to just give you 3 really quick questions.
Oh, gosh.
I have a list here, and then if you like, you can throw some back at me as well.
Oh, yeah, I like this.
So it's fair.
Okay.
It's all fair. It's all fair. Okay, what is the most ridiculous thing you could see us doing together in 10 years' time?
Oh, gosh. I mean, the list could go on, but I can see ourselves in Greece, Croatia, drinking champagne, and probably coming up with some new business idea, which we think is fabulous.
Fabulous.
Because all of our ideas obviously are. But just enjoying life, but again, it being about helping other people.
Okay. What's the song that instantly reminds you of me?
Oh, that's easy. Simply the Best, Tina Turner. Because the other night we went out to an event, and we ended up dancing to Tina Turner, and it was fun. You kind of lose yourself, and it's it's great.
And I think it's such an uplifting song for women. I love it.
I loved it my whole life.
I love it. And it's interesting. Anytime I use Tina Turner or play her music, it really is so impactful to the 50 and Fearless community.
Yeah, so if you're feeling down, put it on in the morning, get out of the shower, put it on, dance like no one's watching, and it's amazing.
Actually, I have a 50 and Fearless playlist, and that is on there.
Oh, that's cool.
You can download it on Spotify. It's fabulous.
Oh, that's amazing. I didn't even know that.
Yes. Oh, I've got a Spotify playlist.
Got a new running playlist.
I'll link it here. Yeah. Okay, last one.
Okay, I'm ready.
If we were to write a book, what would the title be?
Oh, goodness. I mean, we could do coffee and champagne. We could do, I know, the 10-year gap.
The 10-year gap.
Oh, that'd be good.
I love it.
Should we do it?
Gap. The 10-year gap.
I like it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because I think there is so much as women that we can share from experiences and learnings.
Yeah.
And I think you have your mum and I have my mum, that we shared the mother-daughter, but there's something different about just 10 years. I think there's so much you can share with each other.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, we better go brainstorm.
I love it. Brainstorming 10-year gap. Is there any final note you would love to leave with the beautiful 50 and Fearless community?
Oh, yes. I think just be kind to one another. It is simple, it's a cliche, but the more we can support each other, empower each other, be each other's cheerleader, good things are going to come for others.
Yeah.
But I truly believe it's also going to come for yourself as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that is so true, and it's so beautiful. The more we support, empower, just help each other women out.
Yeah. And it costs nothing.
It costs nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Be kind. So my challenge to everyone listening to this now, I would love you to go out today or tomorrow, but definitely this week, and compliment a woman.
Oh, I love that.
Just compliment a woman.
Yeah, tell us about it too.
Yeah, feedback. I
Yeah.
love that. Feedback to us. Just compliment someone, a woman, that either the way she's speaking, carrying herself, what she's doing, whatever it is. It
Yeah.
might just be, my passion for red lipstick. She might just have an amazing red lipstick on. Whatever it is, I would love you all to go and compliment a woman.
Yeah, I love that.
And then feed it back to us.
Yeah, I love it.
Tara, thank you for being here on a different couch. We've moved around the corner a little bit at my house, but we are still in my house on the couch. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for sharing our 10-year gap journey together. So I hope you enjoyed that episode and it made you think about things and realize that you are never too old, or you are never in the wrong era to meet new friends. My top tip is just put yourself out there and do things that bring you joy. Do things that light you up, because then you're going to surround yourself with like-minded people. And from that, friendships grow. And if someone says, would you like to grab a coffee? Would you like to grab a glass of wine? Just do it. And it may feel a bit weird at first going, hang on, I'm, in my 50s or my 40s. This seems a bit odd, just going with someone I've just met for a glass of wine. Just do it and enjoy it, because clearly you've got things that interest you from the start. So as always, if you have loved this episode and want to share it with a friend or maybe a new friend, please pass it on, and make sure wherever you're listening or watching this, you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And as always, follow us on Instagram and our beautiful community channel and our business channel for business inspiration, if that's what you're looking for. And we have fabulous courses. If you want some self-love and self-care, have a look at our beautiful courses. Thank you for once again being here and letting me share this story with you and all my other stories that I share. It means a lot to me that you let me into your world and you listen to me every single week. So until next time, just remember, whatever you're doing in your life, and that includes putting yourself out there and making new friends, you are just getting started.